Everyone in Peterborough heard the stories about the man who threw loud hot tub parties. His name was Craig France. People thought he was kind, fun, and harmless. They smiled when he waved at the club door. They accepted free rides in his bright silver car. They jumped into his steamy tub, laughing at the bubbles and lights. But hidden behind the laughter was a secret that could make your heart freeze. Police found tiny cameras tucked into vents, shelves, and even a rubber duck. Those cameras held over 6,000 clips of women who never knew they were being watched. Some showed bodies limp and still. Others caught whispering friends trading clips like jokes. The first brave call for help came in August last year, cracking the case wide open. Craig France acted like the best friend you never knew you needed. At the door of Velvet Room, he remembered names, joked with the bouncers, and slipped the DJ a thumbs up. When the night crowd spilled onto the street, Craig stayed bright and patient, guiding lost strangers toward taxis or offering a seat in his shiny van. Word spread fast. If you wanted an after-party, Craig had one waiting. Inside his small brick house, colored lights pulsed across the walls, and a sweet fruit smell covered the air. He mixed drinks with quick hands, always adding a twist, an umbrella here, a spray of lime there, to make guests feel special. He bragged about working long-haul routes, saying the job gave him cash to burn and stories to tell. Club promoters liked him because he spent freely and never started fights. Friends online shared selfies from his bubbling hot tub, calling him King of Night. Some girls later whispered that shots tasted too strong or that memories blurred after 2 sips, yet no one felt bold enough to warn the rest. Craig's charm drowned every doubt for a while, until the truth exploded. August 14th, 2024. A shaky voice reached the emergency desk. A young woman, breath short, said she woke from a nightmare that was not a dream. 2 summers earlier, she had left a nightclub in Peterborough and ended up at a stranger's house. She remembered lights, music, and a syrupy cocktail. After that, only flashes, water splashing, tiled walls, and a heavy weight pressing her down. For years, she tried to forget. Then, scrolling social media, she saw a short, grim clip. It showed her necklace, her dress, her own quiet body in a hot tub. Someone had shared it like a joke. The duty operator kept her calm, traced the number, and called Detective Constable Liam Harris. Within minutes, a small team gathered in an office lined with case files. They listened to the call, paused the recording, and planned the first move. The woman agreed to give a statement and hand over the video. She was scared but determined. For the detectives, one rule mattered: act fast, lose nothing. Before dawn, they listed every club open that night, every driver on shift, and one name kept surfacing: Craig France himself. Sunrise on 15th August, officers parked 2 unmarked vans outside Craig France's house. A search warrant, signed in the small hours, gave them one chance to catch everything before it vanished. The door opened with a quiet click. In the hallway, a silver coat hook hid a lens no bigger than a pea. Next to the fridge, another lens peeked from a magnet shaped like a smiley face. The digital forensics team followed wires that vanished behind skirting boards and joined in a locked cupboard. Inside, 6 hard drives stacked like books spun softly, recording every room, every second. Detective Harris slipped on gloves and bagged each drive while a technician counted memory cards scattered in a biscuit tin. Timestamps showed files from 5 years back, cataloged by date and angle. Many clips carried names the team did not know, for example, Blue Dress 03, Birthday Girl 12, No Name 47. Some showed dancing, others showed limp bodies half submerged in foam. By noon, more than 6,000 videos filled an evidence log. Harris drew a hard breath. They still had to check the garage next for clues. In a quiet lab at headquarters, screens lit the dark like tiny moons. Detectives copied every file onto a secure server, then started the long watch. They logged time, room, and face for each clip. One officer zoomed on a small tattoo of a sunflower behind an ear. Another paused at a silver charm bracelet. These details would help find real names behind coded labels. Alongside the videos sat thousands of text chats pulled from France's phone. He had boasted to 2 friends, calling the clips his sleeping mermaid collection. One mate replied with laughing emojis and asked for the best bits. No one raised an alarm. Day Chief Inspector Helen Tebbit joined the team after lunch. She set up a whiteboard, drawing lines between dates, venues, and taxi routes. Patterns emerged: Friday nights, clubs on the river, rides back by midnight. By evening, 4 possible victims were matched to faces. Officers drafted gentle letters offering support and a private interview. Tebbit warned the room, "Every second counts. If these women see the footage online before we reach them, the damage doubles." Everyone nodded and kept scrolling through the night. Craig France faced detectives in a gray interview room. 2 cameras stared from opposite walls. This time, he was the one being watched. Detective Tebbit started the tape and laid out a printed phone map. Bright dots traced every Friday ride from Velvet Room straight to his driveway. Craig tried to grin. "I throw good parties," he murmured. Detective Harris slid a new stack of pages across the table. They were chat logs stamped with times, jokes, and laughing emojis. One line read, "Got fresh mermaid footage, wait till you see." Craig's grin failed. He asked for water, then for a lawyer. With counsel beside him, the questions grew sharper. Officers matched fuel receipts to GPS pings, proving his quick pub stops never happened. They played a muted clip of him shifting a bathroom vent cover, pausing on his face as he checked the lens. His lawyer pressed pause and whispered, but Craig's shoulders dropped. After 3 hours, he cleared his throat and admitted filming private moments. He insisted every guest was happy at first, yet signed a statement confessing to illegal recording. The room stayed silent because bigger charges waited just outside the door. Court day arrived on a bright March morning. Reporters lined the steps, their cameras clicking like rain on tin. Inside, a hush fell as the clerk read the charges: secret filming, assault, and 4 counts of forced attack. Craig stood in a dark suit, hands shaking behind his back. The first survivor stepped forward. She spoke softly, yet every word filled the room. "He stole my choice," she said. A second woman told how seeing herself online left her scared to leave home. Tears rolled, but she kept talking. The prosecutor showed still images, faces blurred, timestamps sharp. Jurors watched, eyes wide, while Craig stared at the floor. His lawyer asked for mercy, saying he was sorry and sick. The judge shook his head. He called Craig a planner who hunted fun seekers and trapped them on film. Gasps spread as the sentence dropped: 10 years and 7 months in prison, plus a strict order to stop him when he is free. Outside, some shouted the term "felt light," others hugged, glad the mask was gone. Yet even as the van doors slammed, detectives knew the story was not finished. Days after the verdict, Detective Tebbit stood before local news crews. She lifted a sealed evidence bag, one more hard drive still locked by new passwords. "We believe other women may be on this device," she said, voice steady. Behind her, a poster flashed the force's helpline in bold orange numbers. A new unit, trained in trauma care, waited to answer day or night. Across town, cafe tables buzzed with talk. Some remembered Craig's bright grin, others confessed they once forwarded a fuzzy poolside clip, never guessing the harm. At the Women's Refuge, counselors explained that only 1 in every 100 assault reports leads to a courtroom win. "This case shows it can happen," they told visitors, "but we need your voice." Detectives hoped the show would jog memories. Maybe a bracelet in the background, a painted nail, a laugh caught on tape. Every detail could unlock another name. Tebbit's final message echoed through the broadcast: "If you ever left his parties feeling blank, call us. You are not alone, and your story will be heard." Craig France's glittering parties hit a dark camera lens, but the story does not end with prison bars. Detectives still sift through locked drives, new survivors still gather courage to speak, and hard questions hover over every neon dance floor. Clubs, friends, and even bystanders must watch, listen, and act faster. The next saved file could be stopped before it starts. Sources: share helpline numbers, stand beside anyone who feels dizzy or lost, and refuse to pass around funny clips that rob someone's dignity. Justice begins with small choices made in loud rooms. Let this case remind us that safety is built by many hands, not just police uniforms. Keep your eyes open, protect each other, and turn the music toward a safer beat. because every party guest deserves to leave with nothing but safe memories forever.